So this creation right here started from someone that was originally from Philadelphia, and they made the JP Money Bear. If you know about that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, who that person is. King Saladeen has paired up with StyleCraft, and it is the Rebel Clipper. So let's get into this video. Let's see what I have to say about it.
CTB, you know who it is.
All right, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy ConcisetheBarber. We are back with another Concise review. In this Concise review, we have a nice design, a nice unique coming from StyleCraft. They collab with King Saladeen, or King Saladeen collab with them, and they came up with this masterpiece. This is a StyleCraft Rebel clipper, but it does have a little twist to it with the design and also maybe some other features that you might like. So let's get right into this. So the first thing I like talking about is the price. The price of these right now on their website is $219.95. Right now, if you do pick that up, you can use my discount code Concise15 to save yourself some money. So that's the price, and honestly, I'm not surprised, especially it being a collab and also like customization type of style, type of clipper. I'm not mad at that at all, to be honest. Now, power and performance. Now, this is a Rebel. So this being a Rebel, if you know anything about the Rebels before, they always had some good power to it. So they kept the power, 7,200 RPMs. When it comes to the runtimes is 3 hours of a runtime with a 1 hour rapid charge. Now that's not bad. I like that. I do like the fact that they did that with the runtime and the charge time. Anything over 2.5 hours to me, I'm perfectly fine with, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. So they did a good, flow with that. Not mad at that. Now, when it comes to the packaging, let's talk about this packaging real quick. The main reason why I have this box, main reason why I have the box in videos, because I just want y'all to see the cool details of the box in itself. I thought that was kind of cool. Something that I think was nice and sleek. In the packaging, you'll see that, you'll see the 3 type of styles, 3 customizable lids. That's what you get with this. Of course, you get the clipper, you get a charging dock. Let me just go ahead and open this up. You do get a charging dock. Now, the charging dock is not here, it's at the shop. I do apologize. And you get a charger, you get multiple accessories, you get the tight guards, you get a screwdriver, you get an extra cam follower, and you get the micro USB. So that's what you get in the packaging, and I definitely think, just as is, I'm glad it comes with some guards, and I'm not mad at that. Let's talk about something real quick, right? When it comes to the design, I have to be honest. Y'all gonna laugh at me because it's a slow moment. So when I was looking at this, when I start doing research, I realized that this didn't say Bala. This says Sala. This is what it asked. I thought it was a B. So I was like, oh yeah, them Bala joints look nice. Yeah, that was a slow moment for me. But anyway, I started doing more research, and of course, it's Sala. When it comes to the design, let me get this out here. And if y'all don't know how to get these out real quick, just use that. Anyway, when it comes to the design, this is like the main one that everybody is gonna probably see. This is gonna like come on your clipper already. I switched it out because I was doing some editing, but this right here is a nice, dope design. So all of them are, honestly, but this is probably my favorite one out of the 3. And then it's the black and red one. And the one I actually have on the clipper, this is my second one that I like. And the one I have on the clipper is my least favorite. Like I said, I was doing some work with it. But that's what you get in the packaging. I'm not mad at that. You see the design. It's kind of like of a mixture, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to this, like the packaging has so much to do with the design of the clipper. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'm kind of, you know, it's kind of dope to see StyleCraft you know, dibble and dab and different things. And I like art, so there's nothing wrong, you know, to me for a clipper, you know, clipper company to collab with somebody that does some creative, you know, artistic thing. So I thought that was kind of cool for a clipper. Now let's talk about something I think that's really impactful when it comes to the Rebel clipper, which is this blade. The Echolade Blade on this clipper, hands down, honestly think that this is how the Rebel should have came. Honestly, there should have never been a Rebel until it came with Echolade Blade. And here's why I say this. Because when you do a sound test with the Rebel, it is up there. You know, it's past the 70 decibels, right? So when you're doing that and that's all you hear, you might hear a crunch, but you don't hear a crunch like the Echo. And I told y'all, to me, sometimes the Echolade Blade can be too loud if the clipper's too quiet. Now, how does this make sense to me? I don't know, but it does. If the clipper is a little bit louder in decibels, I think the Echolade Blade, them two like cancel each other out. To me, that this makes sense. I don't know about y'all, but for me, I don't mind that. I do like the fact that this came with the Echolade Blade. And honestly, I wouldn't be mad if like they're super high torque motors, the rotary motors, if they all came with the Echolade Blade. I would not be mad if they did that. The brushless ones, they don't have to come with that. They can come with this, the regular Vapor Blade or Fusion Blade, whatever that one's called. I think it's the Vapor Blade. That can come with that. What I'm saying is the Blade cancels, the Echolade Blade cancels that sound out for me. To me, that just makes sense. So I do like this Echolade Blade and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. On the Saber 2, the Saber 2 is a little bit more quieter. It was too loud for me. But with this clipper, the Echolade Blade makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense to you. That being said, let's get to the performance. How well do these things cut? I have to be honest, y'all, it's a Rebel. It's gonna cut well. It's gonna take down bulk well. It's gonna fade well. It's gonna do everything that you need it to do. But what you now have is the Echolade Blade with it. So you're gonna hear that crunch even more. Performance-wise, Rebel always was like, if I had to rate it out of a 10, it was always an 8 and up in performance, hands down. The super torque motor is gonna give you what you need. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Another thing, I think it's kind of a, you know, slight downfall. And I say that because I see, you know, what StyleCraft is doing and they're revving up to some things. But the fact that we still just have a micro USB and not USB-C, that's like the why, you know? And also, I have to say it, y'all know me. Why not have this removable? You have some products that's already removable or option that you take this on and off, but maybe they didn't want to do too much, you know, and they just want to, you know, do the collab and switch out the blade. I'm not mad at that. Click lever, the click of this is not bad at all. It is fluent just enough. It's not the smoothest of all of them that I use, but it's not bad. Also, like I said, the weight of it is not bad. Of course, this is more of a lighter clipper. There's a lot of more clippers that are like 10 ounces and more, but this is right under it at 9. This is not bad. I do like this more so for the Echolade Blade. I do like this more so for the Echolade Blade and just the design and the styles or the customization I can use this with. And you know, shout out to King Saladeen, man. It seems like he's been doing a lot of things. So just to collab with StyleCraft, that's kind of dope. In my concise review, is this something that stays on my station? It's a Rebel. Yeah, it stays on my station just because of the fact it's a Rebel. Like, Rebel to me was like the impact of like a senior. So it's just one of those things that you always, once you get it in your hands, you love using it, you love cutting it. You'll start to notice that this is a clipper that cuts all hair textures well, you know? So this is something that's easy to stay on anybody's station. If you have never had a Rebel, I mean, if you don't want to get this one because, you know, the design might be the upcharge with the blade, then don't get this one. Get a regular Rebel, test it out, see if you like it for yourself. But to be honest, a Rebel with an Echolade Blade, it just makes sense to me. So that's my concise review. I can't wait to show y'all the next one. It is like little brother, big brother when it comes to the Rebel. We'll see where it fits. And also I'm gonna do like a real challenge of these StyleCraft and Gamma clippers soon. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all be blessed and stay concise.
CTB. You know who it is.